Sexual assault and harassment complaints are on the rise in the military. That's according to new numbers from the Pentagon. Officials say it's proof people serving our country are trusting the system more. 13 News Now investigative reporter Laura Geller is here with a look at the numbers. Laura.
We've got a lot of new information here, guys. The number of sexual assaults in the military increased last year by nearly 10%. In 2017, the military received 6,769 complaints. That's compared to 6,172 in 2016. Defense officials believe there are a number of reasons for the increase in reports. Some of that includes better information about the medical care and legal options available to military victims of sexual assault. Now, on the other side, we've also learned DoD found an increase in reports of retaliation. 146 reports last year compared to 84 in 2016. Officials stress more needs to be done to eliminate this crime from the ranks. Laura Geller, 13 News Now.